As Nintendo fans, we find ourselves in a bit of a weird spot between Byleth and Smash and the longest Nintendo Direct news drought of all time. So as we stay in our pools of sorrow waiting for Nintendo to grace us with the Direct, I thought it would be fun to look at the past 5 characters we just got in 2019 and rank them from worst to best. Of course, all the characters in the Fighter's Pass are really high quality and fun to play. They're all really great additions, so keep that in mind if your favorites towards the bottom of the list. So to make our picks, we're going to look at what each character brings to the table and how their addition adds to the overall game. So now let's begin.
No hesitation!
For number 5, I have Byleth. Now I'm actually really glad Byleth made it in. It was so cool to see a game that I played before Smash come to life right in front of me. Seeing Garrick Mach look 10 times better in Smash was a real treat. I think Byleth by himself is a really solid addition, but when comparing them to the other characters and what they bring, they really can't compare. And that's because each new character brought a vastly different world to us. Even if it was one I had never heard before, it was still really fun to dive into it. Now don't get me wrong, it's not because he's a Nintendo character. Please, give us Rex, give us another Pokemon, whatever the case may be. But rather, it's that the Fire Emblem series that's already represented in Smash isn't that much different from what we just got from Byleth in the Fighter's Pass. But otherwise, Byleth is a pretty cool character. I definitely was not expecting them to be as slow as they are, which isn't really my kind of character, but given how powerful they are, it definitely makes sense. I really like how they integrated the Sword of the Creator having a whip. Being able to grab opponents and stomp on them to give it a spike was really awesome, and it gives them a great recovery. By far my favorite thing to pull off with this character is that high percent up B into reverse side B. Overall, I'm happy Byleth's in Smash. Fire Emblem Three Houses was a great game, I really loved it, so I'm happy that it has some representation here. I know there was a lot of controversy surrounding this character and questions why Byleth was chosen over other Nintendo reps. But I think in time, people will realize that Byleth is a worthy addition to the roster.
Hero wins!
When you take a look at the grand scheme of things, Dragon Quest is pretty important to gaming history. The first ever RPG was Dragon Quest on the original NES. Considering how many amazing RPGs were influenced and driven by this series, I believe it's a worthwhile inclusion to represent Dragon Quest in Smash. I really love the art style and world that came with Dragon Quest and Smash, especially with the heroes themselves. In terms of my favorites, it goes Solo, 11, 8, and Erdrick. Erdrick's the coolest obviously because he looks the most like Goku. Funnily enough, I actually find myself playing 11 the most, probably because I played his game on the Switch. I like Dragon Quest XI. I haven't gotten around to finishing it, but I will eventually. But on that point, I don't think it's Dragon Quest XI that really got them to represent Dragon Quest in Smash. Rather, it's the massive history and influence the series has had on the video game industry as a whole. In terms of playstyle, this character is wacky. When Hero first came out, it was really scary to fight this character because they just had so many options that we didn't know how to handle. I mean, think about it. Go tell someone back in Melee that there's going to be a DLC character that has like 30 moves. It's really unprecedented, and for a while, it was kind of frustrating. But now that the dust has settled on Hero's moveset, I think people can really now appreciate how much work went into making this character. Still, however, this character is crazy unpredictable, and there's still stuff like this coming up happening all the time. You know, on second thought, I can't tell if Hero's the best or worst character to ever come to Smash. Moving on.
Terry wins! Okay!
You know, I really was not expecting to like Terry as much as I do. I didn't even know who he was until the whole leak started happening, and I was kinda confused. But he really shaped up to be one of my favorite inclusions from the first 5. He has a really solid moveset, being another fighting game representative, but I enjoy him much more than Ken and Ryu. I really enjoy canceling combos as Terry, especially down air into side B. That's definitely my favorite. What really makes him unique is the go mechanic. If Terry's over 100, you gotta get out of there, cause you'll be in some serious trouble if you stay too close. Terry has some of the funniest voice lines, and I think that's one of his best qualities. There's never a dull moment when Terry steps onto the battlefield. Overall, I think Terry's a pretty good inclusion. I don't think Smash Ultimate would be empty without him or anything like that, but I'm happy that he's here. He's a lot of fun to play, and he's definitely one of my go-tos when I just want to be casual.
Banjo and Kazooie win!
Honestly, it's pretty remarkable that Banjo's in Smash, that this is actually a real thing. For a pretty long time, this was considered impossible, yet here we are. For pretty much half of Smash's lifespan, Banjo was the most wanted character. Now to see him in the game is pretty unreal. Banjo just belongs in this game. He fits so well, and it kind of feels like he's been here the whole time. I never played any of the Banjo games, but he was a character I wanted to happen as well, and I can't imagine how hardcore fans must have reacted to his inclusion. Banjo shows so much emotion. Everything he does, his personality really just shines through. Out of the 5 fighters, however, I wouldn't say he's my favorite in terms of moveset. I've never been a huge fan of projectile-based characters, and while I wouldn't label him as a zoner, I feel like in order to play really skilled players, then you're gonna have to use a lot of down B and neutral B. Regardless, he's still pretty fun to play, and Banjo is one of the most important and respected character inclusions in Smash history. I hope within the next 6 fighters, they can continue this trend of massive and important character inclusions.
Smash is as wild as ever, eh, Joker?
Number 1 is Joker. This character is just incredible. Joker from Persona 5 is in Smash? I mean, it's mind-blowing. I remember clear as day when Joker was revealed. As soon as I saw the yellow cross resembling the Smash logo, I knew the Smash community was about to be shook. Still the best reveal trailer by far. But seriously, Joker from Persona 5 in Smash? It blows my mind, even to this day. Joker is one of my favorite Smash characters out of the entire roster, and also my best character by a long shot. I really love how fast he is, and his agility lends to mix-ups, fake-outs, and more. You also can't forget about drag-down grab combos, which are so satisfying to pull off. Now, Joker did get a substantial nerf in my opinion. Surprisingly, he was one of the only ones to get a nerf, despite there being many characters that need one. But that's alright, cause we eat those. Us Joker mains are still going strong. Joker has so many great additions, from the red streaks in his moves, the purple splash on his stage, the Phantom Thieves in the background, Morgana, the Shujin outfit, his victory screen. Everything is just so faithful to the game. In terms of representation, I think Joker in Persona 5 has some of the best in Smash history. My journey with this character and series has been pretty crazy over the past year. I started Ultimate as a Shulk main, but I was getting inconsistent results. After I played Persona 5 and then Joker came to Smash, I realized that Joker could be my new main, and so my mission to get into Elite Smash had begun. Around late April of 2019, I finally got in, and I still try to keep a high GSP today. I do my best, but you guys are pretty good out there, so sometimes I'm getting trashed. Secondly, I got Persona 5 in winter and I beat it in May. Playing Persona 5 was such a wonderful experience. It quickly became one of my favorite video games of all time, and I think it will be remembered as one of the best games of the generation. I really connected with this world and its characters, and to see Joker bring such a strong representation of Persona 5 means a lot to me. I hope that with the next 6 characters, this trend can continue, and more games and characters that I hold dearly can join this legendary roster. I'm referring to Sora. Please, put Sora in Smash. Thank you, please. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, consider liking and subscribing, because that would mean a lot to me. And I'll be making part 2 in 2021 when all the characters are revealed. Hey, we got something to look forward to. I also have 2 videos on screen right here if you want to check those out. But until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.